Hi friends, in the last session we have discussed that what is the difference between for loop and the while loop. Anyway, we are running on flow control concept, right? On that, in the last session we have observed that what is the difference between for loop and the while loop, right? So normally what is for loop? If we know the number of iterations in advance, then only we should go for loop. If you don't know the number of iterations in advance, then we should go for while loop. Okay, respective for loop, this is the example, and respective while loop, this is the example I have covered in the last session, right? So today we have to focus on transfer statements. Okay, this is the last one, transfer statements. This is the last one, transfer statements. See, first transfer statement means there are three types. Okay, there are three types. There are three types. What are those? One is a break. Second one is a continue. Third one is a pass. Right? So these are three transfer statements we can use. These are the keywords we can use in the transfer statements. These are of three types: break, continue, and pass. Right? So first observe what is the break. Okay, first we have to go for what is break. First coming to what is break means we can use break statement inside loops to break some condition. Okay, some condition based on some condition. See, let me explain one more time. We can use break statement to in, inside loop. Okay, we can use break statement inside loop to break execution on some condition. Okay, let me write the theory. We can use we can use break statement inside loop. Okay, inside loop only. We can use break statement inside loop only to break the execution to break execution to break execution based on some condition. Okay, based on some condition based on some condition, then we should go for break. Then we should go for break concept. Okay, I will explain with theory also, practical also. First observe, we can use break statement inside loop only. Okay, inside loop only to break execution based on some condition. Okay, suppose on certain condition. So if you want to break the execution, so that time we have to go for the break. Okay, we have to go for break keyword. Okay, how we will use break keyword? Observe here, and we will use only in looping concept. Okay, break we'll use break statement inside looping only. Clear, right? Next, observe the program. First program, see what I am doing. First program, I want to print 10 numbers requirement. Okay, program to print program to print 1 to 10 numbers when numbers when 8 appears when 8 appears, break the execution break the execution. Okay, This is my requirement now. What is our requirement? Please confirm. Program to print. Okay, program to print 1 to 10 numbers when 8 appears. Okay, and the iteration when 8 appears, break the condition. Okay, break the condition means not to execute. Okay, not to execute, like is my requirement now. Okay, now observe the program. What I am doing, I am printing n is equal to 10. I am taking initially because I want to print the numbers from n to 1 to 10, right? For I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. Okay, 1 comma n plus 1. I hope you got the clarity, because if I take 10 only, it will become how much? 9. Okay, I want to print 1 to 10 numbers. Okay, I want to print 1 to 10 numbers means if I give 10, it will become 9. So, okay, so if I give 10 means 10 minus 1 plus 1. Okay, both will get cancelled and the 10 will be the remaining. So now will execution will start from 1 to 10. Clear, right? So don't keep any doubt. If you are having any questions, please observe in the previous session where I have explained the range concept, range data type. Okay, now observe here what I am doing now. If I double equal to 7. Okay, in our requirement 8, right? See, observe here, I'm taking I. Every time I will come, and that I is going to check with the 8. Okay, when 8 is coming, that time what I have to do, I have to stop the execution. Processing enough. Process processing enough because enough because it reaches eighth element. It reaches eighth element. What is eighth element? I. Here I am writing break. Okay, now observe here what I am doing here. Now next, print I. Okay, if it is not there means I need to print the value of I. Observe here, first 1. Okay, 1 anyway not satisfied. Okay, it's going to print 1. Okay, once 1 printing in the next line. Okay, make sure in the next line, not in the same line. Okay, first 1 printed, next one more incremented, 2. 2 double equal to 8, anyway not satisfied. When it is not satisfied, it's going to print 2 in the next line. Keep on it's going to execute. Okay, keep on it going to execute, and when 8 reaches, that time it is going to print this one, and it will come out from the loop. Okay, it come out from the loop, not it's going to terminate the application. Terminating application and breaking the execution is both are different. Okay, I will explain that concept also. Okay, now observe the output. If you observe here, first 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, finally processing enough, it reaches eighth element 8. Okay, this is our requirement. Okay, program to print 1 to 10 numbers when 8 appears, need to break the execution. Okay, with respect to that, this is the program. Okay, when it start execution, it is going to check the condition each and every time. Okay, each and every time it is going to check. Okay, next program, on break statement, I'm going to take one more program. Okay, process elements in the list when less than 500. Okay, process process the elements process the elements when process the elements which are process the elements which are below 500. Okay, process the elements which are below 500. Okay, if more than 500 means it should not. Okay, below 500. If more than more than 500, don't process the element. Don't process the element. Process the elements in the list. Process the element in the list which are below 500. If more than 500, don't process the element and break the execution. Break the execution. See, this is the requirement. Observe one more time. Process the element in the list which are below 500. Okay, process the element in the list which are below 500. If more than 500, if element is more than 500, okay, if element is more than 500, don't process the element and break that execution. Okay, this is now our target. Okay, now this is our target. Observe here, first what I am taking, ls is equal to, I am taking some elements in the list, 10 comma 20 comma 100 comma 300 comma 450 comma 500. Okay, 500 comma 900 comma 430 comma 500. Okay, anyway 520. Observe here, so I need to process the elements which are below 500. Okay, I need to process the elements which are below 500. Okay, so according to our requirement, how many elements it should process? Only these elements it should process. After this 500 means it should not process. Okay, it should not process and it should break the execution. So in that way, we have to go for break statement. Okay, and observe one more thing. Whenever we are breaking the statement on this element, so remaining elements won't be processed. Okay, make sure you should have clear clarity. Whenever you are not processing this element, you are using break inside the loop. Okay, break inside the loop means remaining elements won't be processed. Okay, now observe the program. For item in ls, for item in ls, if item less than 500, if item less than 500, unable to process this item. Okay, unable to process this item. Okay, for item in ls. Okay, for item in ls, item in ls means the first element will come. Okay, first element 10 will be there. 10 less than 500. Okay, 10 less than 500, no, no, sorry, 10 greater than 500. Okay, anyway 10 greater than 500 means false. Okay, 10, when 10 greater than 500, so it will be false and it won't be, I mean it will process the element. Okay, that time what we have to do here, what we have to do, print that item, print item. Here we have to go for print the item. Unable to process this item because it crossed crossed 500. Okay, now observe here ls first 10 element. Okay, observe the process list first 10 element. Okay, on 10 element, first 10, 10 greater than 500. Okay, false. False means 10 will be printed. Next 20, 20 greater than 500. Okay, 20 greater than 500, so false. Okay, 10 next line 20. Okay, 10 next line 20. Okay, this is the behavior we will get. First 10, next 20. Okay, next 100 will come. 100 greater than 500. Okay, anyway this one also false. 100. Next 300. Okay, 300 greater than 500. Okay, anyway false. False means it won't be executed and this one will be executed. Okay, next 450. So 450 greater than 500 also false. Okay, then that time also we will get 450. When it reaches 500, when it reaches 500, 500 greater than 500 means false. This time also false. Okay, make sure I am not writing here greater than or equal to, I am writing greater than only. Okay, I am writing here greater than only. 500 greater than 500 means false. That time also we will get 500. Okay, here before the time I told you that whenever this element reaches it should process, but based on the condition only it stop. Okay, here I have written greater than 500, not greater than or equal to. Okay, see, I am taking only with respect to greater than. Okay, with respect to greater than means 500 will come. If I am taking greater than or equal to means 500 won't come. Okay, 500 won't come, and unable to process this item because it crossed 500. Okay, next it is going to print after this element. After 450 it is going to print this information, and it break the execution, and it break the execution and it comes out from the loop. Okay, it comes out from the loop. Okay, next this elements won't be processed. Okay, for the sake of example, observe the same output in the console. If you observe here, 10, 20, 100, 300, 450 unable to process this item because it crossed 500. Okay, because it crosses the same output we are getting, right? 10, 20, 100, 300, 450, right? So this is the way we can use break statement inside the loops. Okay, make sure break statements we can use only inside the looping. Okay, everywhere it is not possible. Okay, everywhere it is not possible. Break and continue we can use only with respect to loopings only. Okay, if you are using any other cases mostly will get error. Okay, clear, right? So this is nothing but break statements inside a transfer statement. Okay, in the next session we are going to see how to use continue. Okay, how to use continue keyword in our transfer statements. Okay, thank you friends. If you are watching for the first time, please subscribe to my channel.